All right, hell yeah. Another bike in the stand. This is my dad's. I did a big sign for the bike shop, so that was pretty cool. I mean, and so we traded instead of, well, we did a little we did all cash for back. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. We got this bike, and heck yeah, and then you pay off your debts. But anyway, so this is my dad's bike, and it's pretty sweet. And you know what I mean? Here, I'll insert right now the sign that I did for the bike shop. All right, welcome back. And so what we want to do, we want to tune this up. Man, is that buggered up? Holy Toledo. These, yeah, I guess this thing could actually hit stuff. Looks like it hit some stuff right there. Dang. But anyway, because these are so big, hell yeah, spin it to see if it even, you know what I mean, spin straight. But anyway, we got to pump up the tires. So we're going to do that like right now. Just kind of as fast as possible before, well, shoot, well, let's go through. We don't need the tires pumped up to actually see what the hell is going on here. So, wow, that was just a whole minute of dilly-dallying. We'll see. None of these bikes are going to go fast. But, oh, nice tight spokes. This is good, looking good. Yeah, that wheel's pretty center in the frame, so that's good. Let's see, I don't have any play this way, so that's good. And the tools of the trade, hell yeah, get a flashlight. And I know you can't see, you're over here on this left side, and I apologize, but I don't know, sometimes just real quick, you just want to see how much space is in. Yeah, there's hella space, and I hope you see that. I really do. I hope you just see all that light. And if you can't, I apologize. But yeah, tons of light. Yeah, so that's real good. We'll hit the brakes. Sure. You know what I mean? Should we figure out how to juice these up? Hell yeah. Well, we'll do that same thing. We might take these off, juice them up, see if they need any juice. But I don't know. They might be good to go. I'm just gonna turn this righty-tighty. So I turned it twice and tightened it up. Now, I'm always curious, does this actually push in the piston? That was what I was curious about. So, we got that pretty much all the way smack tight. Now, does that, I mean, all I'm curious is does that reduce this gap in here? Hard to tell. You know what I mean? So, we got to go the other direction. So, and I feel like I tightened it too much. Okay, so we're going to go all the way the other direction. Anyway, and does that make the gap wider? Heck yeah, it does. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, because when I was going to bleed the brakes, you know what I mean, if you have this thing way loose and wide open, and then fill it full of a fluid, you could kind of technically put too much fluid in. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at, actually. But I guess this is pushing in there. You do have, once it pushes past the orifice, yeah. So you do have kind of a reservoir in here. I might just be saying words, but anyway, I found a way to get more space in there if I had to replace these. So that's all I know. At the end of the day, I just know how to get a job done if I need to get it done. All right, so... but then the other thing is to come in here and look at the brake pads. So, oh, and now my light's not working? Okay, here we go. Crank the light up. And again, I'm sorry if you can't see nothing, but yeah, there's just tons of brake life. So this is real good. This bike's only a couple years old. Hasn't been ridden very much at all. So, we'll just do the same thing over here just to make sure we're on point. And hell yeah. And, yeah, it's not rubbing. Yeah, I mean, this bike is just real good. Now, it's not centered, you know what I mean? So I could actually do my due diligence and actually loosen this and then actually recenter it, because there's more daylight on this that right side. But even, let's just see how it activates. You know what I mean? So it's actually pushing the disc pad over until it meets the other one. You know what I mean? So you'll actually get stronger braking if we fix that. If we just really concentrate and center that center this caliper so it's nice and centered. So that's one thing we could do, you know what I mean? I mean, if you're doing a tune and you're gonna spend time doing something, you might as well make an improvement. So that's the first place that I've seen that we could make an improvement. I think these wheels are just crisp, you know what I mean? So that wheel looks good. We got a derailleur alignment gauge, so we can always take the derailleur off and then tune this one. But yeah, so we could do that, and we could actually align the derailleur. So we'll definitely do that part of the tune, just kind of checking the spokes. But this is real nice too, you know what I mean? And the wheel is, I mean, centered, looks centered to me. So that's good. It might be a little on this side, but that's fine because these are the tighter spokes and it's easier to move the wheel that way. So, imperceptible, but yeah, you might be able to move the wheel that way just a titch. And, okay. And then let's check this hub. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this bike's like 2 years old, but we haven't ridden it very much at all. You know what I mean? It's super pristine. We're gonna check this. Okay, and then check the majors. And you know, I've never loosened the handlebars, so we might actually see where those are. Just give us a little taste. But yeah. I'm satisfied, but the whole idea is you can just roll them up and down to get them exactly where you like them. So they're a little bit down. You could pop them up just a little bit, but this bike's so wide that having them just slightly down feels pretty good instead of slightly up. But I might adjust that. We'll see. All right, now the moment of truth. We're gonna do shifting. You know, all these bikes don't have a front derailleur, but yeah, they got a 12-tooth cog. So we'll identify that as the dirtiest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10-tooth cog. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-tooth cog. Pretty cool. All right, you need it. Oh, no. This one needs to be big. I was thinking of going uphill. Yeah, you want this to be sky high. Heck yeah, this has got Eagle technology. 5,000%. Whatever that means. It means, yeah, we added 2 pounds right here to get rid of a front derailleur. All right, that's what that means. All right, but we're going to check our... Yeah, I'm not doing this ever again. We got to check our alignment. Just see this pulley right there, and I know you can't, and I apologize, but this pulley right there, just make sure it's aligned with the sprockets, with the chain even. So yeah, it's aligned, and I bet you our shifting is just real good. So easy on the way up, but on the way down, that's what we're kind of looking for. It's not too slow. Oh, what happened there? So this is the way to do it. You push in on this, and then you let it drop and see if it drops too far. And I wouldn't push it all the way up. I would at least get it to like here. And yeah, then you can push it up if you really want to. See if it actually goes into the... And no, it's not even struggling for that ring, so that's good too. Man. Your low screw though, holy Toledo, you don't want that to drop in the spokes, man. You'll just trash them. Okay, so I think we did our due diligence, and yeah, we're gonna move this caliper. We can fill the reservoirs just to make sure they're full, so we can do that just for good practice because I already have my little system right here, so that's pretty sweet. We'll lightly true the front wheel, lightly true the rear wheel. Oh yeah, we're gonna check the... Now, the bike shop, you know, one of the bike shops I went to, the knowledge is that you don't have to replace these chains that much, and I didn't understand that. It was just like, well, maybe they don't stretch out as much, or you don't have to replace them as much. But okay, let's see. Yeah, we're just 50%. So, yeah, I don't know, but I ain't replacing it unless it's stretched, because they're hella expensive. But I think that was some sort of some knowledge of, like, you don't have to replace these as much as the older chains. They might be, you know, like, they don't, maybe they're made out of better materials that don't stretch out as much, don't wear out as much, because I guess wearing out's the other thing. So anyway, I don't know. But okay, so we're ready to pump up the tires and take this for a test ride. And yeah, that's the thing. That's why, make sure no one's got this type of pump, so we're just gonna replace all these guys with these. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's the thing, is like, this bike don't need a tune. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if it came in for that's crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you should support your local bike shop, but you should, instead of spending $150 on a tune, you should be like, well, you came in here, you wanted a tune, and you wanted to spend like $150, because that's what a tune costs, no more. You know what I mean? So let's just make sure, you know, you don't need new. I mean, yeah, the tires are still good. So, like, what upgrades can you do? You know what I mean? I guess, I don't know. That's the thing, is like, you always want to bring your bike in, but there's no reason to tune this. You're just like, it's just a bike check. So your bike shop should be also like that, to be like, yeah, we want to see your bike every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So we can just constantly check it. We're not going to do a full tune. Hell no. We're not even going to clean it. Hell no. Unless you wanted to pay for that service. I mean, I don't like cleaning bikes. Yeah, I guess if you're in like mud and stuff, well, don't ride in mud. I don't know. But we just have just dirt trails. We don't have a lot of wetness. So we don't have to douse our bikes to clean them. And I wouldn't do that anyway. I would have it dry and then just let nature take its course. I don't know. I guess there's a few school of thoughts there. But anyway, what the hell you were doing? It's gonna get loud, so turn down the volume of this video. I'm gonna turn on the air compressor right now. All right, hell yeah. And I probably got these just way too much air pressure. You know what I mean, for what they are. I thought I had a little gauge. Man, I need to get another. Oh, this is what I had. Heck yeah. So we could use this. You know what I mean? And then don't we need something like round? Like, well, what's the best thing to use? Oh yeah. Freebie on me. You want to use this one. It's nice and round. It's not going to damage nothing. And so you're going to come in here. I love this. This is Walmart slime. I do like it. I think it's fairly accurate too. So we're going to come in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Except it's all breaking to pieces. So, oh, that's the thing. Uh-oh. Okay, watch for the piece that falls. Wait, what? What up? Did it get caught in the shirt? Did it go in the pocket? Oh man, I think I was even advertising for it. Thank goodness I have a couple of those. Bum digger, dude. Yeah, and it was like a clear piece of plastic. I don't get it. It didn't fall in the pocket. Man, where do you think it went? Oh, what we're gonna do, we're gonna spend like 5 minutes trying. I don't like dropping things, and I used to be good at finding them, but I swear it's just, I don't even know, it just disappeared like on its way down to the earth. It's just like, I'm out of here. Different dimension. Cause that's where I swear it like got caught in my shorts or something. But anyway, there's no reason to do this. You know what I mean? We'll maybe find it later. It was all broken anyway. I needed some JB Weld right there, and now we lost the plastic piece. You know, kind of the rubber that actually makes the seal. And you know, it was right there, and then it fell down, so it's not in the back at all. Anyway, again, we'll figure that out later. See, and I thought I had another one. But anyway, well, let's just do the finger test. So what you're getting at? Well, I think I filled it up too much. So, yeah, we just want to go back down to about, I mean, for this, yeah, that's about 30. If you can gush it. If you can't gush it, it's like 40 to 45. Else 50 to 60. If you can start to gush it, it's like 40. You know, if you can really kind of gush it, it's about 30. So I can really gush that one. I can really gush that one. So use the gush gauge. You can figure out how much PSI is in your tires. I'd still say that's about 40, 37. So anyway, we got more than 35, I think. 30 is pretty gushy, I thought. Okay. Whoa, all right, this video is just long, and we haven't done anything, but we really have, because we've shown that you don't need to do much on this bike. So, because I don't need to replace anything, and yeah, the rotors are perfect. The wheels are trued, and hell yeah. I would clean it, but I'm sick, and just all the solvents that I use don't work out. But maybe I could clean it just with soap and water. You know what I mean? Just actually come in with soap and water, and then we'll try to figure out how to clean a bike. That would be interesting. Like, how would I clean a bike with just soap and water? And just do it from, like, the outside in. You know what I mean? No drench in the bike. That would be interesting. But before it gets to be too dark out, let's do a test ride. Oop, oop, oop. Ooh, I think there might be junk that way. There's still metal on the ground. That'd be disastrous if we back through some metal. I mean, I think there's just metal right there. Shoot, I gotta sweep this up. Sweep up this is where I take bikes through. I think we're good. All right. I gotta shut that door. We got a neighborhood cat that is just way too friendly. Oh, I don't even know where to take this. But that's the other thing. You're making cheap bikes in like China, you know, and with like no suspension. We'll just make them the same geometry as this. You know what I mean? And you don't even, you could still use two different. I mean, the fact that this sits so low, this is a 27.5 and this is a 29, so it's a mullet bike, and hell yeah. But you know, just use the same geometry. You know what I mean? Even if you do put a crap suspension fork, just have this stanchion tube just hella long, and just have whatever garbage suspension you're gonna put in it. But at least get this height right there, get this height right there the same, get that angle the same. I mean, that was always my thought. It's just like, yeah, let's make $300 bikes from China just with the lowest componentry on it, but still like just wide. Like, you make the frame wide enough so you could put, the only thing expensive you'd put on it is just nice tires. That's it. The wheel is crap. You know what I mean? But I guess you'd have to put little wide rims. You can get wide rims for fairly decent, but old school components, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I don't know. The width of this is, but anyway, yeah, you would find a happy medium of like using old school stuff that's cheap as, but still making this clearance hella put some big wheels in. I mean, it's called fat tire bikes, you know what I mean? But even fat tire bikes, no, the geometry on those is god awful. I mean, well, if you get them from Costco. So it's just interesting. And fat tire bikes, you know what I mean? Your foot hits the wheel. At the Costco ones they do. Yeah, you go to Target, you go to Walmart, you go to Costco to get your fat tire bikes. Yeah, literally your toe is just going to hit the tire every time you pedal. It's so dumb. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. Let's ride this thing around. I'm just going to throw those there. Here we go. Ah, we got to get the seat up. Whoop. There we go. Oh hell yeah! This thing's got such a big cockpit. We did not cut down the handlebars. Hell no. We're going as wide as possible. You know, I'm gonna feel like I'm bench pressing every time I get on here. We're just like hell yeah, doing it. This bike, it don't fit through a hallway. You have to turn the handlebar sideways. And that car's screaming, so we're just gonna, like, I don't care about myself getting run over. I just don't want this bike to get run over. All right, we better do it. All right, we done did it. But yeah, how's the shifting? Yeah, the shifting's buttery. It is as buttery as day one, so that's good. How's it on the way down? You know what I mean? Is it coming down good? Heck yeah. And the suspension's good, good, good. Come in here, don't get run over. All right, how'd that do? Okay, how about this? Is that fully off now? Yes, we want it fully open. Hell yeah. And then this one, is there any little adjusters? So let's see where we're at. Okay, hell yeah. And okay, we're just gonna, I don't think this is a lockout. I think it just has an easy and an, it's just got two settings. But hell yeah. All right, so yeah, and everything's locked on. How's the brakes? Yeah, so yeah, this front one, well, we can tighten it up right now. All right, yeah, tighten up that. And the rear brake, yeah, the rear brake's fine, but yeah, we could do our due diligence, and man, these brakes are just real good. Hell yeah. So anyway, yeah, we got Coda brakes, SRAM Coda, for real. We're doing it. But yeah, done with the test ride. Just gonna try to get across this any section. All right, we did it. All right, that was a fun little test ride. All right, so yeah, that was sweet. And you know, I'm not tuning this today. I don't have the energy. We're gonna do some math problems or something. We're gonna do something different other than tuning backs. I was just gonna mess with my sleep schedule. But yeah, let's move that. You know what I mean? How long will that take? That's one of those adjustments where you're just like, I don't want to move it. But you know what? Check this out. You know, it's always good to have a game plan. I mean, could we move it right now? That's the thing. You don't want to move it right now because you just think it's going to take an hour. But, you know, could you do it in just like five seconds? All right, hell yeah. We're going to find out. You know what I mean? because we have a lot, we can see it, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna use this one because it's just so so much easier. We're gonna try to get all the grease off of it, if it's got any grease on it. I don't know. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, yeah, but can we see? Yeah, for sure. And whoa. Yeah, we can't have that thing sticking out. Yeah, this is, if you're gonna tune bikes, I think the way to go, one is just get this extender down as low as possible. You know what I mean? Don't crimp it super tight. But I think you just want to take this out and then put your own post in. You know what I mean? I think that's how they do it with bikes that are over $4,000. If your bike's not over $4,000, they're just gonna kick it around. They're gonna do whatever they want to do with it. All right, but we're gonna get that there. We just need some, yeah, there you go, some white backing. But anyway, oh, it's so minuscule. No, this is crazy. So I'm not seeing the same thing that I'm seeing before. So there's not the gap that I was thinking about. It's a lot less than I thought. I mean, maybe it's just one of those things. Well, no, it's still there, but there's not much wiggle room. So I'm going to use this light. The light's the best thing to use. So let's do it. So where are you getting at? Well, I was thinking, you know what I mean, come in here. It's probably not the one to do it with, but you should at least loosen it, because it might be screaming tight. Loosen it with the normal one. Okay, so we got it kind of started. Get this one kind of started. Okay, so they're still not going anywhere. But now I'm going to loosen this one. And now I can see how much I need to push it in. So I loosened it, and I'm just going to push it in to where I can still physically see it. Okay, see, yeah. Hell yeah, perfect. This is the way to do it. Tight on one side, loose as hell on the other. Center it, tighten it down. Okay, check it with a light. I mean, it's just physics here. You're just trying to, like, not do it 1,000 times. So anyway, you're going to get the light to shine up through there. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I mean, the light this way, I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't really help, but it's pretty darn centered. Now over there, it's not centered. So we're going to do the same thing. Well, kind of. I'm going to tighten this down a little bit more, loosen this up, and now see if I can push it over. And I'm going to push it over and then tighten it down at the same time. Alright, so there you go. Do you think I did anything? Hell yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit less gap. But there's still... It's better. But is it the best? Let's see. Let's do this. I'd say so. I'd say now the gap on the inside up top is a little bit more. The gap on the bottom is a little bit more. All right, so now it's kind of opposite of what we want, but it's not. It got way better. But let's tighten this one. Let's loosen this one, and then double check that. The hub's in the way, so there you go. Alright, that's dead center. And that one's real good. Okay, so we're just going to tighten it and call it good. But you know what I mean? I mean, if you don't have to do much on a bike and you're paying for a full tune, like that's the stuff I would just hope as a mechanic you would be like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? You paid for an hour, and I'm gonna spend an hour on this bike. Now, if it really is, if it's just cleaning it up, go do it. You know what I mean? $150 for someone to clean your bike. Because that's the thing, is like these nice bikes, you tune them once, I mean, that they should be in that same position just forever. You know what I mean? We're talking Sandlot forever. But that one, I need to go back that way. I really do. It didn't go back that way as much as I wanted it to. So we're gonna, you know, just kind of loosen that up. But yeah, we're gonna loosen this up. We're gonna shine, I think you need to shine the light on it and then push it. I don't think it's moving at all, but here, let's see. Did that do a darn thing? Yeah, I think it pushed it to where we didn't want it again. So, yeah, let's push on the brakes a couple times, you know what I mean? See where we're at? Yeah, that's super even. Well, now the gap's more on the inside on that top one. But the bottom one, I'd say the gap's less on the inside. So the top one, we're going to push in just a little bit. There you go. Push in and then tighten it. We'll see how we did. Yeah, it's still just push in and tighten. I like this method. I almost need to have a light behind. You know, I need to do this. I need to get where I need it. Push it. Yeah, that's okay. Final answer right there. And then tighten it. And did it move? No, so that's all. All right, so the gap on the inside, so now the gap on the outside is just a little bit more. Now I forget what it was originally, but we're gonna tighten these down. Heck yeah. So tighter than a bugger. And now, yeah, they're a lot more even. Yeah, I would say it's real good. It's real good. And I don't know if you can see, but hopefully you can. Hopefully that was the money shot. But heck yeah. You know what I mean? So actually, you know, tomorrow I might clean this back up. We'll oil the chain. But that's literally all that needed to be done on this back. Like if I spent any time on it, that was the one thing. Hell yeah, well, let's get that gap a little bit better. And I think this front one was just fine. You know what I mean? So just take another look at the front. Well, should have you take a look with me. Here we go. But yeah, I swear this front one was well. Now the front one, yeah, no, the front one's even. Like good enough, you know, the front one's good enough, but that back one was off enough where yes, we did make an improvement. We made the improvement. We'll see if tomorrow we kind of wash this bike up. I gotta get it inside because I don't have anywhere to lock it out up here. And catch you on the flip side. Alright, heck yeah. So what we got here is an oiler. We're gonna do one more thing on this bike, and this will be its own little video. Alright, what we doing? Well, let's get this on top of our head. So, you know, with all internal cable and housing, you know what I mean? Hopefully you just never have to, you know, replace it ever. And if you do, you know, maybe you just replace the cable. And I'm going to do that on my bike, you know what I mean? Just replace the cable. So every time I do a tune-up, But man, this bike's so new, it don't need a new cable, so we're not gonna even do that. But can we do any sort of maintenance? Well, hell yeah. We can get slack right here, and then we got an oiler, and then I'm gonna show you what this is. So I think you can get this at any hardware store, but maybe, you know, buy it on Amazon. But anyway, and we just got it filled up with some WD-40s. So you have to do this, you know, every day. I would just put a little bit more in here, because it's like filling up a champagne glass. You know what I mean? You're just like, whoa. It's like the third time I filled it up, and there's only like an ounce in there. But such is life. All right, so we got that going. And all right, so we got that juiced up. This is ready to go. Okay, so what we got going? Whoa. So this is the little magic trick. You're like, well, show me some magic. Well, I'm just gonna show you how a derailleur works. You know what I mean? So hell yeah. So you have this cable. Look at that. You see what and I'm gonna do. It's so hard to reach. This bike's so long, but I'm gonna. Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a little clickety click, and what's happening is the cable's getting pulled in, right? So all that tension's being taken. And okay, so that's the most tension. And then, but look at this. So let's say we just hit this one time but don't pedal. Well, didn't we just slacken? Let's do it again. Let's hit this another time but don't pedal. You know what I mean? Didn't the cable get looser? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell yeah. So now the cable's a little bit loose right in there. You know what I mean? And because it's all internal, like there's no other places where the cable's exposed. So let's click this back. Okay. Because the other thing, well, when we did click it, you know, I guess this started to move in like that. So, but we're gonna click it out. We're gonna do that. Okay, so we might need a little tool. So let's make our own little tool. We always have these little straps laying around. I used to have a bucket of straps right here. So let's come out here and see if. We got plenty of straps over here, but we're just gonna steal this one right here. Because I think this is a good idea. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're just going to bugger up your rear derailleur, and you don't want to put stress on your spokes. But we're going to come in here because we want as much reduction in tension as we can get. So we got our derailleur into the big massive gear. We're going to do just a little quick little soft strap. You know what I mean? How bad could that be? And then right in here, and see, then when we click, it's kind of going to hold that derailleur. So now we'll have some tension. Excuse me, some slack. But where's that slack going to be? Well, hell yeah, it's going to be right over here. So we're just going to keep going. So booyah! That whole thing was just to you know, get as much slack right here as we possibly could. Now, do not put a crimp in this. Like that would be insane. But all we're doing is we're getting that, we'll just get one glove on. But all we're doing is getting that just exposed, just enough to get our oiler in there. Oh, that was kind of too much. But, oh, and now we'll probably have to, you know, go back and forth using this. Because, this is all one unit basically all the way through, so you can't just like take the housing and go back and forth with it. So if you want to go back and forth, you'll have to do this. But I'm satisfied with that, and you know, hopefully this oil will go downhill. So we'll just do one more, and it's just WD-40, just penetrating oil. You know what I mean? So over the course of some riding, hopefully that'll kind of seep in through all the cable. I don't know if it will, but okay, perfect. So now we're going to clean it up, you know, get all the extra, but do not crimp that cable right there. That would be the worst place. Okay, so we got it clicked. We're gonna clean it all off. All right. Oh, and don't adjust your barrel because it's already adjusted. Perfect. Okay. All right, so we did it. So we're gonna go ahead and take off this soft strap. This is just an NRS strap. It's just a one. You know, you could have a big old long tail, but there you go. Just something to strap that in place so it doesn't move across. And hell yeah. So hopefully that juice just over time flows through and flows downhill. And but that's it. That's it. Oh. And I'm just going to pick a middle gear just to make sure. I mean, we're going to come in there and is it lined up? Because I'm going to take a look myself. Hell yeah, it's nice and lined up. Okay. And, because I hit that barrel adjuster just once, and I just wanted to make sure. But yeah, heck yeah. And this ain't a adjust your driller video. This is just like, okay, so you did a tune-up on a nice bike, and I ain't replacing that. Is there any one thing I can do to make that shifting just a little bit better? Well, you can dial in the shifting here, and you can hit the oil there. Now, since we're on the topic, hell yeah, these derailleurs are kind of stiff these days. You know what I mean? And so maybe, you know, you don't want to get too much, man, there's just a lot of dirt on this one. But in essence, you could oil some of these parts. I don't want to. I'm just fine with how it's working. And it's so dusty here, I don't want to just jam more dust in there. So we're not going to oil anything there. We're just going to let it ride. Let it ride. Okay. But anyway, that's a video. You know what I mean? Even when you got internal cable housing, you can get some slack, put a little WD-40 with a little oiler. I like WD-40 because it's nice and light. You know what I mean? Anyway. All right, so we did it. We did at least something. And guess what? That's a video. Oh, I guess we're going to do one thing more on this bike tune. You know what I mean? And check it out. Okay, we did say we were going to double check the cockpit. You know what I mean? These bikes get put together, and it's just something that gets overlooked. You know what I mean? That they don't ask you your opinion, you know, whether if this is. So we're gonna come in here. We got the handlebar bolts. We got 4 of them. So we're just gonna come in here real easy. You know what I mean? Just do like just an 1/8 of a turn. Just oh my God! I thought I was doing something wrong. Oh, this tool is so. Yeah, I don't like. That's crazy. This was the T25. So that's a real bummer on me. This should be totally green. Like, I bought this because I was just like, hell yeah, it'd be nice to have a T25. Well, guess what? I already probably, you know, damaged it up. I guess I didn't put too much stress on it, but that's crazy. Because I was just like, well, that don't feel 100% right. But let's see if I already buggered the darn thing up. So here's a 4. And there you go. So, whoops. Man, and it's just a tool. Yeah, I bet you those are buggered up now. You know what I mean? Such is life. So we're gonna come in here with this one. You know, it's got the ball, and it's just a little bit easier to get in. And it's not for final tightening, that's for sure. But since we already kind of maybe buggered them up, it might be the only thing that fits in there. Okay. All right, so we're loosening them, and we're going to go until the handlebars move. I think we're about there. I think the handlebars should be moving pretty soon. Man, is this just... Okay, there we go. So we got the handlebars to move just a little bit. All right, come back in here. Oh, that's still too much. Man, that's a real good clamp. However that's clamping, it's doing a real good job. So, whoever made that clamp, good work. Okay, throw that right in there. Oh. So we kind of already lost our spot, which is good. So we're gonna throw it up because I just wanted to see if it, yeah, see up, nice. It's like nice and high. So I like that. I like it higher. You know what I mean? So this was way low, and I don't know. That's kind of the industry, is just like get your bars down low. I don't think so. You can raise your whole cockpit like a whole inch on this thing. You know what I mean? And Whoops. So, I mean, sky's the limit. Look at that. So, that's too much. But that's pretty good. Now it's kind of back a little bit. I like that. That might be the perfect spot, but just a little bit higher. There you go. And, yeah, somewhere right in there. Like, but maybe just a little bit. Yeah, kind of in. There you go. But not like it was. So we definitely changed it quite a bit. Well, yeah. And it's such an interesting thing. You know, it's such a feel. It's like, where do you like it? Because when you start too high, yeah, you can just, yeah, it does feel just a little bit better. I like it high, but it feels a little bit better, kind of rounded out. So yeah, right in there, just right there, coming down. So that's perfect. I think that's gonna feel real good. But if it's down just a little bit, yeah, that feels a little more in control. So that does. Okay, so if it feels high, no, I like it. I'm going to go up just a touch. So I think we found our sweet spot. If I'm going back and forth right there, hell yeah. So we're just a touch high, and we're just going to come down and, okay, now that's real subtle. But I think we got it, and we're just going to just make sure. Oh yeah, so our spacing is just, there we go. Whoa. Don't want to hit that frame. Yeah, we can definitely. There you go. Yeah, we got way more gap there. All right, and do we have a new one of these? Well, I mean, so there was the 4 and there's the T25, so they just get confused. Holy Toledo. Yeah, this tool is a little bit of a nightmare. All right, go around the bolts, you know, even Steven, or make sure that gap's even, and then go around and, you know, make sure they're all tightened the same. And make sure that Allen key drops in, you know what I mean? Get it dropped in nicely. There you go. All right. I don't know what the Newton meters on this is, but as long as it's flush, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, that's flush. That's flush as, you know what I mean? These bolts are so lightweight because you're trying to get this bike definitely light. It's only like 5 to 6 Newton meters. Okay, perfect. So we got that adjusted, and yeah, now we'll come in here. But yeah, this is a good tool because we do have our star. And this is loosening it. Okay, so we're just going to come in here. Perfect, just until it turns. So this tool is nice to have. I'm going to paint it green or something. I don't know. Yeah, you need to paint that green so you don't mistaken it for a 4 Allen key. Oh, whoops. What's going on here? Oh no, that's going as a unit. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, there's interesting because this can be up or down. That's interesting. Okay. Well, once you want it, I don't know. I forget now what position it was in. I would imagine this is interesting because so we can loosen this. I don't know if you can see this, but now I can push this into like 2 different locations. Well, unless it's just Unless it's just not the right size for this bar. That's kind of interesting. So let's say I did push it down. Is it going to hold its tension down, or is it going to just pop up? No, I think naturally it's going to pop up. Okay. Alright, so I just laugh. I'll have to look at the video, but yeah, that should be flush right there. And but yeah, it's weird because how the hell are you going to is this more complicated than I'm making it? Can you adjust where the... Can you adjust where the shifters are in relation to the brakes? I don't know. Because yeah, the shifters I'd want right there. Or no, I guess I'd want the shifters right there. There you go. And I'd want this shifter. Oh, there you go. So why can I... No, that gap's just real tight. And this gap is just real hella. Yeah, so there is an adjustment. Yeah. So this does move. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Okay. Yeah, so we get our brakes where we want them, and then we'll come in and get our shifter. Yeah, it's just as interesting. That was blowing my mind. Oh, but yeah, we got to get there. Man, okay. All right, seat up. Get it in the position that we want it. And, okay, so now brakes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. A little bit down. Yeah, we're going to even up the gap too. Now I'm definitely not doing this super fast, but alright, just make sure we got even gap on both sides. There you go. I'm satisfied with that. Whoops. I don't like the fact that this like doesn't pinch in on that 100%. I don't like that at all, because it's just making it a real bugger to adjust. Okay, yeah, get that down. There you go. But yeah, take a breath. Holy Toledo. Yeah, I think I like this one, just kind of nice and high. And we'll just make this one, I mean, it's just maybe a higher than normal. I don't know. No, I think it's just perfect. You know what I mean? Just straight arm, but just a little rise in the thumbs. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna say that's pretty good. All right, perfect. So we'll just snug that down, just snuggity snug. I mean, you know, about 60%. And then we got to come in here and for sure adjust, you know, this guy and this shifter. Oh, we don't have any front shifter, so yeah, this one is literally just your seat post. But I guess we'll still put it exactly where we want it. So this is the only shifter that we need to kind of worry about. Yeah, so I'd say right there, yeah, that's perfect. Just nice and tight. But maybe just a little out, because that's kind of far to reach in for the other click. So there you go. All right, I think right there, that feels pretty good. All right, hop on. So yeah, it's yeah, is that where I don't know. Yeah, maybe, I mean, you don't have to, why put it that far out? You know what I mean? Why not tuck it underneath just a little bit? So we're going to do that and see if we like that. All right, because yeah, we can still get to our other shifter. But no, that gets in the way. No, it's not getting in the way of anything. It just feels a little weird. It's too far. But these are the things that I really like to play with, just because, yeah, because once you're on it, you're just like, oh yeah, that was really thought through. It's just perfect spot. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Get this. Yeah, I would say like right there. Heck yeah. All right, we're gonna seal the deal on both those. But you know, something that you wouldn't have to do, but if you don't have anything to tune on this bike, you might as well just kind of go over how it was put together just a little bit and be like, can we make an improvement? You know what I mean? Because I think we did. I think we made an improvement. All right, we're gonna tighten those down 90%. I can't imagine these need a ton of tension. I mean, there's not much metal holding that thing on, and it's just holding the brake on. You know what I mean? It's just literally holding just a little chunk of steel and plastic. All right. Okay, so we got those. We're gonna double check just to make sure they're not just way the heck off. Hard to tell if one's way. That one looks higher, but I mean, is it that much higher? Darn it. Okay, we're gonna come in here and then get this visually. We're gonna hop on the back and just visually get it to exactly where yeah, I guess it's just got to come down just a touch. Not too much though. See, I don't know. I think feel like this feels the same, and maybe I just have two different perceptions of what my left hand's doing and what my right hand's doing. But I like that. I'm gonna say final answer. And like I said, not too much tension on this, but feel where it's snug and flat, and probably not do too much more. Okay. All right, hell yeah. So we at least did something, and we're gonna check the front, looking good. Yeah, we might as well get our 4, don't get our T, but we're gonna get our 4 in here, and we're just gonna check the tension. Yeah, we could turn that one just a little bit. Now that one's nice and snug, so let's come back to this one and just yeah, so it's sitting flush, and I can't turn it no more, and since it's already properly tensioned probably from the beginning, I'm gonna leave it there. But we did, yeah, we turned that one a little bit. All right, so this is when you get it back and you're just like, well, it's basically brand new and you just brought it in. So, you know what I mean, we're just looking for anything that we can, but we're not wasting time on the stuff that we don't need to waste time on. You know what I mean? But that's the cool thing about, you know, some of these nicer, newer bikes is like, yeah, I mean, they're cartridge bearings, you know what I mean? They're wheels that pretty much hold up, and we're riding this thing real light. So yeah, so at the end of the day, there's not much that actually needs to be, well, this one, hell yeah, it is just brought in tune and it's leaving tune. But we did tackle a couple little things. Heck yeah. We tackled the spacing on that caliper, and we adjusted the cockpit, you know, got the handlebars where we wanted, and then we did that little oil trick in the cable housing, which is just crazy because it's all internal and there's just no extra slack to get to. All right, so we did at least 3 things, and literally it took us more than an hour, probably 2 hours just to not do anything. All right, but guess what? That's a video.